Alright, this is a tutorial on revolve. So it is asking to open this file, create a groove, then pretty much make it so that way you can hollow out this section using this shape. So I've already done it here. I've uploaded the file, and you want to highlight the y-axis because this is going to be the axis that you revolve around, and your y-z plane. You only really need a plane that's parallel to the y-axis, well, with the side that's parallel because it just makes it easier. And so that we are drawing on the right point. So you want to start a sketch on this plane, scroll up, and you pretty much just want to right click on it and slice the graphics. Or use F7 because this allows you to use the view that you're actually going to need to make the sketch so you can cut into the object. So what I found to do is that you can start from this point and use lines. Now you're starting from this point because you're cutting using this shape, starting from this edge, and you're pretty much going to be cutting down and into it. So using a line, you're going to make a vertex here, and you're going to make a shape replicating this object. So to make this long side, you can add up together 0.68 and plus 0.68 and 0.59. So we can do that, and this is 1.27. So we can put 1.27, double check to make sure it's right, because if it's not, then it'll lead to errors in your volume, and make sure that it's at 180 because you want to cut down straight. So your next measurement is going to be the bottom, or this is mine, and this is going to be 0.650. So 0.650, tab, and okay, going to make it at 9 degrees because this is going to be at this point, or it could be silly. Nine degrees makes it perpendicular. Now we choose this side, which is going to be 0.680. So 0.680, tab, so we can see the length, and then it'll lock onto 90, and then boom. Now we can cancel out of that for a second and do some quick math. We need to find this side, and the way to do it is just subtracting 0.363 from 0.650. So we can do this with this calculator. Minus 0.363. Oops. So now we have our fraction 0.287. Okay. So now that we have this, we can make a line segment starting from this same point because that's where we're going to be starting from. And we're going to make it a length of 0.287. Tab out and 90 degrees, and then we finish off by just finishing the shape. So now that we have this object, we can use the revolve tool, and we can pretty much just select the object. It's already selected here, but for the convenience, click profile, and then we can click our axis, which is going to be the y-axis that we just made. So now it'll show you a little projection of what's going to happen, and what we want to do is that we want to cut. So we're going to use a cut. You know how it turns red. Boom. Press OK. Now you can notice that it's cut in the same way that this image is. So now all you need to do is just right click on revolve.ipt, open eye properties, physical, update, and now we have our volume 131.014. As we can see, it's already here. Control V, make sure there's no spaces because forms is very, very strict. And that's our first question. Second question, open piston.ipt, create the grooves using the sketch provided. What's the mass of the piston in kilograms? So we're going to close out of this, we don't need a save, and we're going to go to our piston file. Now while it loads in, I shouldn't have been doing that. Find a new file. Unless we can Control Z or something. Or not. Okay. So we're gonna open the file. 919. Our piston file. Can open it up. What? Okay, so we could just download it here. So that should be in our download. We just downloaded it. Click out of this because it's already done. Open. And we can go to our downloads. Piston 1. Now, it's pretty much saying that Classwork stuff, it's on my flash drive, but this project file is on my flash drive, but this is trying to pick up from my computer hard drive, so it's gonna error. Anyways, we can just ignore that. So now what we need to do is that we need to create the grooves using the sketch. So easy enough. You can use the revolve tool and you can find a better angle for this. Click out of this because you don't want to get rid of that. Just using the revolve tool. Select the axis. Should just be this. So to do it, like I just did, click revolve. Should be just clicking this object, this profile. I don't know why it's tweaking all of a sudden. I really don't know why it's doing this, but I guess if it doesn't do it, then tough luck. You have your axle right here, axis, and then this showing that's gonna add. We don't want that, so we're gonna remove, and then you can see that it cuts the grooves. So now you can go to eye properties, we can go to our physical, we can update, and it says that we need to find the mass in kilograms. Go back to inventor, you can see that it is 0.338 kilograms. Just copy paste, boom. Okay, heat dissipator. So I should have it here. But it's already been done. Okay. I can just probably open it from my downloads. Heat dissipator. Yep. Yes. So what the question is asking is pretty much just change the value a smaller diameter in the sketch to 21 millimeters, change this to 31, then create a revolve using the sketches, and then find the mass. So we start out here. It says to change it from smaller diameter from 20 to 21. Simple enough. Just add a 1 here. Press check. Larger diameter 30. Simple enough. Delete 31. Boom. So after this, we need to create a revolve, cut around the center using the 7 profiles. So then we can use our revolve option because we want to cut around the whole thing. Select the profiles, and you can notice that we have these bars here. So we can click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can select our axis, which is conveniently already highlighted for us, which should be there. Yes. Boolean. We're going to cut because we want to cut it open. Boom. Now we have our heat dissipator completely done. You can right click, add properties, and this question is asking for its mass in grams. So we can physical, update, mass, 37.5462 grams. You can notice in this question that it's asking for a tens place, a ones place, and then all the way to tens, 100,000, 10,000s. So that conveniently fits our answer. Now for the last one, it's asking for you to create a thing called a flange. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a new part. You're going to create the flange, which is this, into the IPT using the IDW, using the calculations. Then you want to create a drawing using the A size template, replicating this, add your views, which is pretty much this is your base, this is your top, side, side, and this is your isometric. Then you want to use your title block and edit it. Your title block is down here, which you knew that. Export as a file, PDF, complete. I doubt I'm going to need to make the video on this because this more deals with your ability to do this yourself. So this is up to you. If you do need help, I'll probably post another video of it soon, but until then, it should be fine. This is the video.